skyline, sand, tall buildings.
It's quite affluent. I think that was the first thing that springs to mind. And that there's lots of kind of development happening all the time, kind of fancy buildings. I think there's one where there's a special shape if you look at it from above.
Sandy beaches, big buildings, nice cars, and heat.
Tall buildings, sand, heat.
Horse racing.
Rich. Beautiful colours, very hot, and huge buildings.
It makes me think of beaches and really big, tall buildings.
Sand, oil, and the palm tree.
Exotic, rich, outrageous, bodacious, sunny.
Nice buildings, obviously. Nice, well, the money on it, really.
What am I going to say?
And if you work hard, you get well paid. If you know, English.
I think of glamorous people, I think of tall buildings, I think of exotic beaches.
Large, tall towers. It looks a fabulous city. For me, it's a bucket list place.
Full of diversity, lots of culture. It's got fantastic beaches, brilliant for the whole family, and lots of things to do.
The Emirate of Dubai is one of the 7 emirates of the United Arab Emirates. The capital of the emirate is the eponymous city Dubai. It is located in the Arabian Desert on the coast of Persian Gulf. It is bordered to the south by the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, to the northeast by the Emirate of Sharjah, to the southeast by the country of Oman, to the west by the Emirate of Ajman, and to the north by the Emirate of Ras Al Khaimah. In December 1971, the Emirates united to form the United Arab Emirates, thus ending their status as British protectorates.
According to Lee and Jane, 2009, the Emirate of Dubai is a good example of the execution of place branding strategy and practice, much of which can be classed as having been successful. The previous comments, which were elicited from a random selection of participants, would seem to indicate that, in the UK at least, the majority of brand associations are positive.
In this video, we're going to investigate what are the global and local forces affecting place change, place management and professional practice, and how have these affected Dubai's past and current branding practices, and undertake a critical evaluation of past and current place branding practices within the Emirate.
The ruler of the Emirate is Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, and the Emirate is governed by the government of Dubai. Dubai is now a global business hub and luxury tourist destination that boasts the world's tallest building and a police force that drives supercars.
It was 1966 when the UK and Dubai relationship became increasingly lucrative, following the Gulf state's discovery of its first oil field. However, ruler Sheikh Rashid said, "I have good news and bad news. We've found oil, but not much." The city, though, wasn't entirely dependent on selling oil in order to thrive. Instead, the limited oil was used to fund Sheikh Rashid's existing strategy of basing Dubai's economy around trade and increasingly tourism and finance. Today, only about 5% of Dubai's GDP is derived from oil.
To examine the Emirate of Dubai, we will look to critically evaluate the concepts of place and brand from a multidisciplinary perspective. Only 50 years ago, Dubai in the United Arab Emirates was a small poverty-ridden settlement of 30,000 people. Today, more than 1.3 million people live in the commercial and tourist capital of the UAE, which is globally regarded as one of the most sophisticated, futuristic and cosmopolitan cities in the world. As recorded by Ruvid in 2007, Dubai policymakers have been quick to understand the need for diversification. This was made increasingly urgent as the region's oil supply was projected to last only about 30 years in 1990. In view of this fact, Dubai embarked upon a major diversification program aimed at changing their brand through massive economic development interventions by developing industries and commercial enterprises intended to replace oil revenues, which were previously the principal commodity in the state's economy. Dubai has pursued a well-defined and unique brand identity through a clear strategy. During the 1980s, the UAE began to position and promote itself as a world-class commercial hub by developing a Department of Tourism and Commerce Marketing. Despite the Middle East's unfavourable image and attendant security issues, Dubai seeks to create its own path to branding its products and services. Although international tourism in the Middle East has slumped in recent years, Dubai's market has not only remained strong, but has actually experienced tremendous growth. The chairman of Dubai World and Istima, Khaled Sulaim, attributed the performance to Dubai's ability to continually innovate responsive market strategies.
As we now look further into the evolution of place branding and subsequent marketing of that brand of the Emirate of Dubai, we can develop an understanding of its connection to place competition and impacts on the planning and results of local economic development. It's been recognised that to reverse long-term structural decline or develop an effective branding strategy and practice, a holistic place management approach needs to be implemented, which identifies and replicates best practice and widely engages stakeholders. This multifaceted, coordinated approach is one that is widely recognised model. However, even more strongly evident in a top-down jurisdiction such as the Emirate of Dubai is the evidence of what Hankinson argued, that effective leadership is essential to effective place branding. Certainly the leadership and vision of the various rulers of Dubai have done much to shape the development of the Dubai brand. According to Morgan Pritchard and Pride, branding a destination is a highly political activity. Those involved in destination brand management need to possess or quickly acquire skills not only in the tools and concepts of brand management, but also in the art of negotiation, change management and conflict resolution. The unique cultural and political context of Dubai makes the branding exercise especially interesting.
According to Kavaritsis in 2005, there is evidence that best success in place repositioning is based on a multi-strand, holistic approach, which builds a strategy based on clear or shared understanding of the identity of a place. For those involved in place branding and place marketing, Hankinson indicates that this includes two significant elements. Firstly, the positive portrayal of a place, focusing on the good bits, to attract human investment, influence the political influences, and encourage visitors and topophilia. Secondly, the controlling, containment, or ignoring of the bad bits. As we can see from this timeline of developments that have helped shape Dubai's brand, much effort has been put into developing the good bits, including utilising co-branding, one of the three branding approaches explored by Kavaritz in 2005. Co-branding mutually links physical, often iconic structures with a place evoking beneficial associations. According to Mann, the brand promise of Dubai is based on the proposition that visitors and investors not only buy products and services, but also accept the image and associations of Dubai. Dubai decision makers have made a deliberate effort to establish the city in the upper echelon of markets, including tourism, real estate, convention and education. Instead of replicating what other competitive destinations have already done, there has been the development of the brand Fascinating Dubai. This has led to a focus on branding of the Emirate of Dubai, on providing a quality offering, being a place where innovation is integral to its being. It also focuses on Dubai's growing importance as a commercial hub, perceptions of wealth and sophistication, and the wish to present itself as having a dynamic economy. And most importantly, through all these, developing an identification and association with other parts of the world. Dubai's brand strategy is supported by consistent advertising campaigns and innovative infrastructure projects.
The Dubai Plan 2021 was launched in 2014 by the Government of Dubai and its Executive Council. The 5 work themes therein are inspirational and ambitious and clearly aim to market Dubai globally as a desirable, preferred place to reside, set up business and visit. This plan sought to position Dubai as creative, a place of business, pioneering and sustainable, with Burj Khalifa as a physical product, manifestation of the city's attributes.
As we've seen from the earlier Vox Pops research with 23 participants, it's clearly evidence that there is an association of tall buildings with Dubai. The highest count of word associations was about buildings, big, huge, large and tallest buildings in the world. The image of the Burj Khalifa is having a branding impact for Dubai. Klingmann suggests that Dubai looks at itself not as a series of skylines, but as a series of brandscapes, where buildings are not objects, but rather advertisements and destinations. She argues further that architecture may be used as a strategic tool in economic and cultural transformation. The construction of a place brand to engender a positive perception of a place to a target audience, stated Skinner in 2018, often relies on imagery rather than words, spoken or written.
One potential negative of branding for the Emirate of Dubai is its association with oil, which is not a sustainable energy fuel. Yet the Emirate has sought to distance itself and other members of the UAE from its reliance on fossil fuels, and through its membership of the UAE, it addressed the United Nations meeting on Sustainable Development Goals in February 2019, stating that the Sustainable Development Goals continue to be their blueprint for a sustainable future. Yet although seeking to rebrand itself, Dubai does not feature in the top 20 of the Global Destination Sustainability Index.
There are many other threats to the Dubai brand. One in particular is that of inequality and the huge gap in wealth. For example, in the UAE, the average salary of a Western expat is approximately £8,500 per month. Compared to the South Asian population, who make up more than half of the population of the UAE, that's enormously different. They earn as little as £127 per month, in some cases. In UK terms, that's the equivalent of somebody earning as little as £1.15 per day, compared to someone here earning the average income. Ever-increasing sharing of images via digital and social media platforms has an impact on place branding, and Skinner suggests that marketing and branding practitioners may struggle to manage a place brand if they do not monitor and engage in social media activity to the benefit of the place. Indeed, the proposal that having dominating top-down control of a place brand could be a thing of the past. Skinner's case study of an event in Corfu suggested that there appeared little difference between municipal branding images to those shared by the public. She suggests that municipalities with limited resources could utilise the natural creation of positive brands for place. What cultural sensitivities come into play in exploring such a free-flowing approach to shared brand creation? Dubai has an ambitious future to make an economic shift from oil-based wealth to a dominantly service industry for tourism and business income. From a European viewpoint, the Emirate culture appears to be more restrictive and controlling than we're used to, with strict being a word used in Vox Pops. As Dubai expands its brand as a destination, the visitor social media chatter could be perceived as problematic in reputational imagery in the eyes of Dubai's government and executive council.